Jayden Daniels just broke the NFL's biggest rule: never underestimate a superstar in the making. After a jaw-dropping performance, the message was clear. Washington has a quarterback who can chase a Super Bowl, and the league should be worried.
Do you think Jayden Daniels could win the Super Bowl?
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This brother could do it. Jayden Daniels is a different animal. 299 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. They ran the ball effectively 42 times, like 182 yards.
Yes.
But this brother is just special. Whatever throws he needed to make, he made. Whatever runs he needed to make, he made. And not only that, you look at the team, and what do y'all tell me all the time? When you got an elite quarterback, you got a chance. The Washington Commanders are like,
so now it's kind of just being more intentional with not only myself, but, getting the guys around me, ready and rallying the troops.
You feel like you were with Bobby the whole time. Do you feel like more it's your team now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even when Bobby was here, obviously, you have a Hall of Fame linebacker, Hall of Fame player that's done a lot, a big brother to me and stuff like that. So I kind of picked up on stuff that he did and how he led and how he used his voice in certain situations. And now, he's not here. So it's like, now it's my team for sure.
You've grown as a leader. If so, how?
I just think it just comes with reps here. Going to my third camp, my third year, have more of a voice and you mature more over the years. You play a lot of ball, you go through a lot of different things on and off the field, so you're going to mature in this league. So now it's kind of just being more intentional with not only myself, but, getting the guys around me, ready and rallying the troops.
Jayden, the defense was really disruptive and active today in those drills. What did you see out there? What did you kind of notice from them?
Man, I mean, we bring in those guys that come in and get after the quarterback. So it's good work on both sides. At the end of the day, that's all camp is really. It's building our identity, making sure guys get good work, make each other better.
Jayden, I know obviously you have familiarity with David Blau, working with him the last couple of years, but where are you in the process of adjusting to the new offense, working more under center and just a new scheme overall?
More comfortable than I was in the spring. Like I said, it just comes with reps over time throughout the spring, and then you go in the summer, you got more of a grasp and concept of how he wants to do things, how he wants to accomplish things like that. And then as time and time goes, we're in camp now, so turning my back to defense isn't a problem. Stuff like that, it's a weapon for me. I try to master in every way I can.
Jayden, what's your post-practice process? Like, do you go and look and pick apart how you performed just now, or is that gone?
I mean, it's really just a process. I mean, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. It's a part of football, it's part of camp. This is where you go out there, you fail, you try. I'd rather fail in camp than come to season. So, you try to be critical. You take the coaching, you kind of see what you could do, what you can't get away with, and you move forward and you learn.
Jayden, how do you attack mastering and learning a new system, new plays? Do you want everything at once, or do you like it in pieces?
Shoot, that's a good question. I think everything at once, and then you kind of just break it down and see what questions I have for Blau and what questions he have for me, or what the answers are. You kind of just walk through it and try to make it make sense in your head in different ways. Try to not necessarily like this exact play call, but you try to correlate to stuff that you've done in the past and things like that. So Blau's been doing a great job of kind of just breaking it down to me in that sense. And obviously I got to go out there and be a pro and study and prepare myself.
When you got in here, there were a lot of veterans like Bobby and Zach that were kind of helping you learn the ropes right away. What's it like now to be showing Sonny Styles, what he should be doing, and telling Antonio Williams how things should be going?
I'm still young, so you ain't got to age me. I'm still young. But it's dope. I mean, you got, like I said, I was blessed to be a part and have some teammates that have a lot of knowledge. And, if they ask me questions, I play some ball in this league, so give them as much as I know. I don't know a lot, but I'm still learning. I'm still young, like I said, but obviously it's their first time going through a camp. So they're kind of asking me, like, what's my routine and stuff like that, trying to figure out little things. So just give them little nuggets here and there.
How did the way kind of last season went impact your off season and your training? And in what ways did you do things differently or work on different things this offseason?
Yeah, I mean, bigger, faster, stronger, stuff like that, you know, with my trainers back there. And I mean, kind of just left a bitter taste in my mouth, and, you know, you kind of move forward and you go out there and you try to get better and get back to it. Hopefully, you know, you can't really rush the days of when the season comes back, but, you know, you just attack it, you know, with a different mindset, different approach to things.
Maybe a simple question, but like just doing more huddle, is that much of a transition for you? Just, you know, getting play calls out, just that whole process?
Not. I would say it's like it's just a new team. Every year is a new year. From my rookie year, second year to this year, this field has guys that bring energy themselves within their own on each side of the ball. And you kind of have those guys that's been here for a couple of years, so you kind of know what DQ wants and what's his standard, what's he expect from everybody. So we push that standard. You got great leaders on both sides of the ball. You know, me, Terry, Frankie. You got Mikey, Revo, etc. That's been here that kind of knows the ropes.
The NFL has seen this story before. A young quarterback arrives, people doubt him, and then suddenly the entire league realizes they made a massive mistake. Jayden Daniels may be entering that moment right now. Because after watching him dominate with both his arm and his legs, the conversation around Washington has completely changed. This is no longer about whether Daniels can survive in the NFL. The question is much bigger. Can Jayden Daniels take the Commanders all the way to a Super Bowl? One analyst put it perfectly. This brother could do it. Jayden Daniels is a different animal. And the numbers explain why. 299 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. But the scary part was not only the production, it was the control. Every throw he needed to make, he made. Every run he needed to make, he made. Washington did not just have a quarterback making plays. They had a quarterback controlling the entire game. But what makes a quarterback dangerous is not only talent, it is the ability to change the entire culture around him. And that is exactly where Jayden Daniels is taking Washington. Last season, Jayden Daniels was learning. He had veterans around him, showing him what leadership looked like. Especially Bobby Wagner, a future Hall of Fame linebacker. A teammate Daniels described as a big brother who taught him how to use his voice and lead in difficult moments. But now, the situation has changed. Bobby Wagner is gone. And Daniels understands the responsibility has moved to him. When asked if this feels like his team now, his answer was clear. Yes. Entering his third training camp and third NFL season, Daniels believes experience has changed him. More reps, more mistakes, more pressure, more understanding of what it takes to lead. He is no longer just the talented quarterback Washington drafted. He is becoming the player younger teammates look toward. Players like rookie Sonny Styles and Antonio Williams are now asking him questions. The student is becoming the teacher. But leadership alone does not win championships. The next challenge is proving he can master a new system and continue growing as a quarterback. Washington is building a new offensive identity. And Jayden Daniels is adjusting to a new challenge. New scheme. New responsibilities. More snaps under center. More complex reads. Working with David Blau, Daniels says the process has become much more comfortable because of repetition. Spring practices helped. Summer preparation helped. And now, training camp is about turning knowledge into instinct. But the biggest advantage remains the same. His ability to create when everything breaks down. For most quarterbacks, pressure means panic. For Jayden Daniels, pressure creates opportunity. His legs are not just a backup plan. His legs are not just a backup plan. They are a weapon. And Washington understands something every Super Bowl contender needs. When you have an elite quarterback, you always have a chance. But the biggest question for Washington is whether this young quarterback can turn potential into championship results. Jayden Daniels knows the journey is not finished.
He admits training camp is about failing, learning, and improving before the real pressure arrives.
Because mistakes in August can become lessons in January. That mindset is exactly what separates talented players from great ones.
Washington is also surrounded by leaders.
Terry McLaurin, Frankie Louvu, Mikey Reeves.
Players who understand the standard.
And now Daniels is becoming the face of that standard.
The NFL is a quarterback league. Every championship team needs someone who can take over when everything is on the line.
And Jayden Daniels is showing the traits those quarterbacks have.
Talent, confidence, leadership, fearlessness.
The question is no longer,
is Jayden Daniels the future?
The question is, how soon will he become the quarterback everyone fears?
Because if this development continues,
Washington may not just have a promising young star. They may have the player who changes their entire future. Can Jayden Daniels win a Super Bowl with Washington?
Or is the NFL moving too fast with the hype?
Let us know your prediction.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.